Dialelectricsupply.com. Open weekdays from 7 to 3. At Dial Electric Supply, we see the light.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Keegan Olta back with you here in the CBS 1500 studios in downtown Honolulu. They are underway with the national anthem going on right now, and they will be approaching first pitch as well as starting lineups here momentarily. So we're going to take another break for the national anthem and Hawaii Pono'i to finish up, and back with Tiff Wells and Harrison Kuroda when we get back. Starting lineups and first pitch with the series start between Hawaii and Wichita State on the other side with Rainbow Warrior Baseball right here on CBS 1500.
Had too much to drink tonight? Before you start your car, think. The police will set up sobriety checkpoints around the state. Besides getting arrested and losing your license, you could kill yourself and others around you. It can happen to you. So if you're driving impaired right now, park the car. Call your family or a taxi to pick you up. Remember, drunk driving, over the limit, under arrest. Don't drink and drive. Sponsored by the State Department of Transportation, County Police Departments, the Hawaii Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
This place they call paradise, I call my home. Best to be born and raised local ground.
With hotels, condo resorts, and vacation rentals on 5 Hawaiian islands, Castle Resorts and Hotels is a Kama'aina favorite. When you need a place to stay to attend a tournament, family function, or a golf getaway, visit castleresorts.com for special Kama'aina rates.
Hawaii, there ain't no other place like these islands.
Castle Resorts and Hotels. Born in Hawaii, built on hospitality, inspired by aloha.
There ain't no other place like these islands.
In the automotive industry, time and trust mean everything. Miss an electrical problem, and it can mean big problems for your operation. That's why Napa believes in testing the 5 critical components in every vehicle: the battery, starter, alternator, relay, and serpentine belt. And why we deliver the parts, tools, and expertise you need to catch problems before they become breakdowns. So test every vehicle and trust the name that keeps your bays busy and your business moving full speed ahead.
Napa know-how.
Not all filters are created equal. That's why pros choose Napa Gold. Filters built for performance, protection, and reliability. Every Napa Gold filter is engineered to meet or exceed OE specifications, delivering the quality and confidence your shop depends on while preventing costly comebacks. Raise the bar in your shop with the filters trusted by professionals and drivers who expect more. Napa Gold, the gold standard in every vehicle.
Napa know-how.
Sports Stand Sporting Goods is Hawaii's best baseball and softball store. At Sports Stand, you'll experience the largest selection of baseball and softball gloves and bats in Hawaii. You know the rules. Quality sporting goods always at a price you can afford. Stop by Sports Stand Sporting Goods in beautiful downtown Waipio, 94-547 Uke'e Street, Suite 303. Or give them a call at 808-676-STAND. That's 808-676-7826. Remember, at Sports Stand, it's not just sporting goods, it's a way of life.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Fresh off of a 3-1 series win a week ago over Gonzaga, week number 2 for the Rainbow Warrior baseball team sees them here at home yet again in the friendly confines of Les Murakami Stadium, welcoming in the Shockers of Wichita State as we welcome you here inside the Rob's Leahy press box booth, along with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda. I'm Tiff Wells, and Harry, good series for Hawaii coming after last week, going 3-1, winning the series 3-1 over Gonzaga, and a very tough, undefeated Shocker squad coming here to the islands.
Yeah, last weekend I thought that was a good series for Hawaii over Gonzaga. Again, like we were talking on the Rich Hill show, Gonzaga they're a very good team. I really foresee them getting to the NCAA tournament come May/June, and so I thought last week the series for Hawaii was very, very good. They were tested. I think offensively, little slow to start, but their pitching held up very, very nicely, and defensively, very, very solid. So I think that was a good weekend. I think there's a little bit of everything, a little bit of weather, a little bit of adversity, and so I think it was good to see Hawaii rebound and hang tough with those 2 walk-off wins.
We'll go over the starting line first with visitors from Wichita, Kansas. They are 4-0 on the season, the preseason number 8 team in the 10-team AAC, the American Athletic Conference for Wichita State. They're led by former Rainbow Warriors assistant Brian Green. He's now in his third year, the former Washington State head coach, now 56 and 35. We go over the starting 9 for the visiting Shockers, who will be in the road grays trimmed in black and gold, and they'll be in the dugout to our right, the first base side. Leading off will be left fielder Jaden Gustafson. Batting second, playing third base, will be Jason Jones. MJ Sweeney hitting third, playing first base. Number 4 in the hole, the number 4 batter will be Jack Quick, the right fielder. Doing the DH job today, batting 5th, Owen Washburn. Alex Uloa will be playing shortstop, hitting 6th. Max Coffer doing the catching, hitting 7th. As Caleb Duncan in center field, hitting 8th. And in the 9 hole will be Zeb Henry over at second base. The starting pitcher for the Shockers, making his first start of the 2026 season. It'll be Matthew Cusius. And for the Rainbow Warriors, we'll go over their defensive lineup. Going from left to right, it'll be Evan Rolbecki, Kamana Nahaku, and also Draven Nushida, again going left to right, and then going from third to first around the diamond. Tate Shimao, Elijah Ikes, Cody Watanabe, Ben Ziegler-Namo, and the battery tonight for Hawaii, Jake Redding, along with Isaiah Magdaleno, making doesn't have a win or loss on the record this year, but does come in with a 1.5 ERA this season.
Yeah, last week pitched very, very well. I didn't have his best stuff. His command was a little bit shaky early on. He did have 4 walks. Last year, in 60 innings of work, he had 11 walks total, and so I think he'll be better tonight. I think the feel of being a Friday night starter and just kind of getting into that routine, there is a little bit of that learning curve for Isaiah, and so it's going to be interesting, very different. Wichita State on their side, they're going to hold their Friday night to Friday night, so their best guy is going to be pitching tomorrow. They're going staff game today here in game number 1 on a Thursday night.
The Rich Hill Show, which you heard earlier this evening, presented by IUPAT DC50, representing painters, tapers, glazers, and floor layers in Hawaii. And for this Rainbow Warrior squad, again, coming off of that very impressive 3-1 series win over Gonzaga last week, 2 of them being walk-offs in a variety of ways that may not be as traditional as you may think.
Yeah, 2 walk-offs with no hits. On Friday night, it was a botched sacrifice bunt by Elijah Ikes, and then on Monday, it was a wild pitch to score Elijah Ikes. And so, again, that is part of the Manoa magic that Coach Rich talks about all the time, is that 7, 8, 9 bowl warrior time. And that's where, again, the pitching and the defense comes into play, because that's going to keep the game close to give you a chance later in the game.
Rainbow Warrior Countdown was also brought to you by HGEA. Hawaii works better when we do, as well as Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union for life. That takes us right into our injury report here, Harry, brought to you by Hawaii Pacific Health, creating a healthier Hawaii.
Well, they have a addition. Last week, Mana Lau Kong was out with some knee soreness, so we're going to see him at DH tonight, which is going to be exciting. One of the big heralded recruits from this class out of Iolani School, and so again, big body, going to be swinging it from the right side tonight. And Sebastian Gonzalez, still, we don't know what's going on yet with the knee. He is out again this weekend, and so hopefully we can get some clarification on what's going on with Sebastian.
Again, for Isaiah Magdaleno, Hawaii's starting pitcher tonight, making his second appearance of the season. Went 6 innings last week, gave up 3 hits on just 1 earned run, walked 4, struck out 6. Keys for Hawaii tonight, brought to you by Hawaii Ford Dealers.
I think the key tonight is going to have to be scoring runs. I really think that Wichita State offensively, they did a really good job last weekend, right? They really put it to Northern Colorado last week. Hit 8 home runs as a team, hit over 300 as a team. So again, offensively, they're kind of in a groove, in a much better place than Hawaii. Hawaii hitting 247 last weekend overall. And so I think Isaiah's going to have to pitch well, and Hawaii's going to have to try and see if they can muster up some run support early to get into that bullpen.
And for this Rainbow Warrior squad, again, you mentioned the run support, Harry. How about what Wichita State did last week at home against Northern Colorado? They win the 4-game series against the Bears, outscore UNC 43-8. 11-4, 14-1, 11-0, and 7-3.
Yeah, and I got to watch that entire series on ESPN Plus, and so again, I think Hawaii's pitching is much better than Northern Colorado. Northern Colorado had a bunch of righties that matched up very, very poorly against Wichita State, and so I really thought Wichita State was impressive in a matchup that they were supposed to hit.
At 6:36 local time, Magdaleno, the first pitch just outside, and we're off and running here from Les Murakami Stadium. Again, 6:36 first pitch. 73 degrees, feels like 68, and it is a little blustery. Winds up to 30. The 1-0. Again, the batting order for Wichita State in the first three will be Gustafson, Jones, and Sweeney. Gustafson fouls it off. Count 1-1.
Yeah, very similar weather conditions as last weekend. Little less wind, still windy, but a little less. Not as much rain.
The 1-1 offering here for Magdaleno. Catches the outside corner, 1-2.
And interesting that Isaiah is going predominantly all fastballs right there for the first three pitches, and they're going to shift Tate Shimao to behind second base and leave third base unoccupied and play a left-handed shift.
So 3 on the right side of Diamond. The 1-2 here to Gustafson. Checked his swing. Just misses that outside corner, 2-2.
Outstanding changeup that Isaiah is going to employ against left-handed hitters. Really good spot trying to get him to fish off of the plate and down.
Very good, and a very loud crowd here on this Thursday evening with men's basketball also in action about 20 minutes. That ball swung on to right field right in front of Nushida, able to take a couple steps in, and the fly out to the right fielder, one away here in the top half of the first.
Played him perfectly out there in right field. I think that was a little bit of a missed spot. I think that caught a little bit too much of home plate, and that's why Gustafson was able to put some pretty good metal on that.
Jason Jones steps in, bats right, the third baseman rather. Just underway here from Les Murakami Stadium.
Yeah, a real lively crowd tonight. Everybody's getting into it.
First pitch to come here for Magdaleno, misses down and away, 1-0. Hawaii leading the series history 27-24. They won the last two of the series last year. Bo's winning that series 3-1 in 2025. The 1-0 offering. Swung on and missed. Nasty breaking ball.
Yeah, very nasty. And you know what? Very apropos that Wichita State, longtime University of Hawaii rival, is here on the weekend that Coach Les Murakami is getting inducted into the College Hall of Fame tomorrow night.
The 1-1 here for Magdaleno. That will be fouled away right over the awning to our right, out of play, 1-2. Also very fitting that you talked about how legendary this Shocker program is. Their legendary head coach, Gene Stevenson, in-house, and he'll be here to help honor and welcome into the Hall of Fame at Les Murakami tomorrow night.
Very cool stuff.
On the right side, Jones digs in. The 1-2 offering here for Magdaleno. Again, trying to paint that outside corner, misses just wide, 2-2.
Targeting away, just missed a little bit off that edge. Good on Jason Jones to not offer at that.
Troy Hodak calling the balls and strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top half of the first. No score here from the Les. The 2-2 for Magdaleno. Bends the knees of Jones, misses down, and the count is now full, 3-2.
And again, another tough pitch that Jason Jones held up on that swing, seeing it all the way down into the turf.
The 3-2 here from Magdaleno with 1 out in the top half of the first. Miss it. No, a late strike 3 called inside corner. Jones, have a seat. Backwards K.
Really good pitch sequencing right there from Isaiah Magdaleno. They went fastball off the plate, curveball in the dirt, and then fastball in for the strikeout looking.
That will bring MJ Sweeney to the box, batting from the left side. Where's number 42? Plays first base here tonight.
And he's also 6'8". Don't see those types of bodies on a baseball diamond very often.
Also very impressive what Magdaleno just did with retiring Jones with what weekend he had last week against Northern Colorado. The first pitch on the outside corner misses just wide, 1-0.
And already Magdaleno's command is much better than last week Friday. You know, last week I thought we saw him miss across, trying to target away but missing in. So, again, much better command tonight.
The 1-0. Into the dirt, into the turf, 2-0. We mentioned Jason Jones, the Oklahoma State transfer. 4 straight home runs. He's one off the tying of the record for Wichita State. The 2-0 here for Magdaleno. Lightly tapped, wide of third, giving chase is Shimao. He will run out of room. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that was just unfortunate. Shimao kind of playing off of the bag there with Sweeney being a left-handed hitter. And so playing a little bit off of that bag, trying to give him some trying to get him some pull side range. But that's why that he could not get that foul ball.
I mentioned Jason Jones last week. He's the American Player of the Week, American Athletic Conference Player of the Week. Went 7 of 15, 4 home runs, 12 RBI. Did something for the first time since 2018 in Wichita State history. We'll talk more about that after this next pitch. The 2-1 here to come from Magdaleno. No score. Top half of the first with 2 outs. The 2-1 for Magdaleno back into the netting. So again, we mentioned Jason Jones. First time since 2018, 4 home run game in a Wichita State uniform. This name is very familiar in baseball realm. Plays for the Phillies. You know this player. Guarantee you that. Once I say the name, you're going to be like, oh, I know this guy. Again, plays for the Phillies. Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, top of the first. Again, Sweeney digs in from the left side. The 2-2, that will hit Sweeney. He'll take his base on the hit by pitch.
Yeah, right off of that left elbow guard. Kind of glancing over, and that's a big body in the box. And so when you've got arms like Sweeney, I mean, I didn't think that missed by much, but just enough to catch it on that elbow guard. You know, I don't know. I cannot. 4 home runs.
4 home runs in a game for Wichita State back in 2018. He now plays for the Phillies. Plays, I believe he plays in the infield.
Well, my brain would immediately go to Bryce Harper, but obviously he was a 16-year-old phenom out of Southern Nevada.
First pitch right down Broadway. Strike 1 to the 4-hole hitter, Jack Quick.
And this is 4 home runs for Wichita State, right?
Correct.
You know what? I am stumped.
Want me to tell you?
Sure.
Alec Bohm.
Oh, there you go.
See, once I said it, you would get it. So Sweeney on over at first, being held up by Ziegler Namo. The 0-1 offering tapped right over our broadcast position. Quickly, 0-2. Again, Legends Weekend here honoring the GOAT, Les Murakami. Again, his College Baseball Hall of Fame induction will happen tomorrow. We'll have a special pregame show tomorrow. Josh Pacheco will be back from calling men's basketball. Pregame show about 5:45 Hawaii time tomorrow. Over on our brother station, ESPN Honolulu. The 0-2 right down the middle. Have a seat, Mr. Quick. 2 strikeouts. Very impressive for Isaiah Magdaleno as he retires 2 of the 3 via the backwards K. For the Shockers in the top half of the first, no runs, no hits, no Hawaii errors, and 1 batter left on base through a half inning. Wichita State 0, Hawaii coming up. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Hele's running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Hele app. Plus, use your Hele Aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Hele's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Hele on! When pain gets in the way of everyday life, it affects more than how you move. It changes how you show up for your family and your life. At Queens Orthopedics and Spine, patients receive nationally recognized care and advanced treatments to help them recover faster with better outcomes. So you can enjoy morning walks, get back in the game, and move comfortably again. Because at Queens, recovery is about more than healing. It's about getting back to life. Learn more at queens.org/ortho.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
We led up tonight's battery order for the Rainbow Warriors, brought to you by Dial Electric Supply. Ben Ziegler on will lead things off for Hawaii, playing first base. Elijah Ike is batting second, playing short. Draven Nushida in the third spot, playing right field. Doing the cleanup here tonight, Tate Shamau playing third base. Cody Watanabe hitting sixth and playing second base. The catcher, Jake Redding, hitting seventh. As will also be Evan Robelki out in left field, hitting seventh. Manalao Kong making his Rainbow Warrior debut here in 2026, doing the DHing, hitting eighth. And rounding it out for Hawaii, Kamana Nahaku in the ninth spot, playing center field as they will face the Wichita State hurler in Kushis.
Like what we were talking about in the last inning, is that Wichita State is going to have a staff day, an impromptu staff day. I think if they're going to, if Kushis is going to give you a little bit of length, I think they would welcome that, especially with the 4-game series, a lot of innings to cover.
Okay, Matthew Cucias spells his name Cuccias.
Thank goodness for pronunciation, guys.
First appearance here in 2026. As Ziegler Namoa digs in left side, takes strike one.
Cucias is going to be 90 to 91 with a curveball. Again, primary a reliever.
Second appearance for Cucias on the year. 3 innings last week, had 4 strikeouts. Bouncing ball down to second base. Corralled there by Henry. Goes over to first. Sweeney as Ziegler Namoa retired on the putout 4-3. Again for Wichita State, going left to right will be Gustafson, Duncan, and Quick left to right. Jones, Uloa, Henry, and Sweeney. Cross the diamond third to first. In the battery tonight, Coffer and the aforementioned Cucias.
Interesting to see Ben leading off tonight. He was in the 3-hole all last weekend. So Coach Hill shaking up the lineup once again, as he normally does.
I'm going to bring on Elijah Ike, sitting .333 on the season. As the shortstop will take down one into the turf.
Elijah had his fingerprints all over last weekend's series against Gonzaga.
And this is the only Big West Conference game on this Thursday. There was one earlier today. Talk more about that. Ike takes a high strike one. The only other Big West Conference game, it was rained out in Southern California. That would be Utah and UC San Diego.
UC San Diego, I think, is going to be a really, really good team this year.
That 1-1 offering bends in the curveball, strike two.
Last weekend, losing the series, but taking that Sunday affair to number 1 ranked UCLA. So again, very impressive weekend for the Tritons.
Our Big West scoreboard brought to you by Wiley Plumbing and Construction. They solve challenges. The 1-2 offering, Ikes takes it low and away, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And there were a couple of other scores earlier in the week. You mentioned the nice big win for the Big West Conference with UC San Diego defeating then number 1 UCLA. Ikes bounces it down to third. Jones goes across the diamond. Sweeney digs it out. And on the 5-3 putout, Hawaii has been retired the first 2 times tonight.
Making better contact again. Still very early. I thought there was a lot of swing and miss in Hawaii's offensive approach last weekend. So again, if Hawaii can limit the swing and miss, I think that's going to be very, very good and bode well against this Wichita State pitching rotation.
Draven Nushida steps in. The right fielder hitting third. Again, this is the first road series for Wichita State here this year. Last year they struggled a bit. First pitch catches the inside corner, 0-1. Mentioned for the Shockers, the fewest wins in their modern era since 1978. They went 20-36, 11-16 in the American Conference. Finished in 7th. They were 1-2 barbecue in the conference tournament. The 0-1 offering, Yoshida waves at it, misses quickly, 0-2. But on the road last year, they were 5-20.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. I mean, again, this is year 3 for Coach Brian Green at Wichita State, coming from Washington State.
The 0-2. Yoshida wavers, and quickly the Shockers retire Hawaii in order. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Hawaii retired in order. No runs, no hits, no Shocker errors. The Bows do not get a runner on first base. We've played one here from the less. No score. Shockers and Bows. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
This UH sports season, stay cool and go green with Malona Ice Cream. Malona's creamy, refreshing bars are the perfect treat for every Bows fan. And now you can enjoy Melona's new pina colada flavor, available exclusively in Hawaii. Whether you're watching from the stands or cheering from home, beat the heat and treat yourself to Melona. Find your favorite flavors at Costco, Foodland, Safeway, and 7-Eleven stores. Go green and enjoy Melona, the coolest way to cheer on the Bows.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Hi, this is Eddie. I'm the lead lumber for Hardware Hawaii, Kailua. I like helping customers find what they need. It's not like another stranger just shopping here. My customers are like my friends, and then I just help them out, and I feel good. And it just makes my day. We're out here in the lumberyard ready to serve you.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Aloha, this is Stan Maiona from Sports Stan. You're listening to University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500, brought to you by the Hawaii Building and Construction Trades Council, building a better tomorrow, along with former Rainbow Warrior hurler Harrison Kuroda. Tifos here from the Robs Leahy press box, high atop here at Les Murakami Stadium, with men's basketball in-house, top of the Big West Conference, taking on Cal Poly in about 10, 15 minutes or so with tip-off. With basketball in progress, a good crowd, respectable crowd on this Thursday night.
Yeah, I mean, this is credit to the Hawaii baseball fans. You know, I think they the type of baseball that Coach Rich Hill employs, right? It's a very recognizable, a very approachable style of play. And so, again, that's why I think you're starting to see a lot of, I think Hawaii last weekend in four home dates drew over 16,000 fans. So that is very, very impressive.
As we begin the second inning, first pitch swinging, fouls into the netting. That is Owen Washburn. So the Shockers will go 5, 6, 7 here in the top half of the second. It'll be Washburn, Uloa, and Coffer. DH, shortstop, and catcher, respectively, for Wichita State here in the first of a 4-game series. The 0-1 hit lightly wide of third, and that will get out of play, maybe 4 rows up into the lower level of Les Murakami Stadium.
You know, just kind of looking into my my scorebook. 3 starters for Hawaii, Iolani alum.
One team. Second inning of work here for Isaiah Magdaleno. Preseason All Big West Conference here in 2026. Swung on and missed. Third strikeout here for Magdaleno through 5 hitters here tonight.
And that's one thing that Isaiah does a better job of, developed a little bit more velocity where he's able to get up and out of the zone to get guys to chase that high fastball.
Stepping in will be the shortstop. It'll be Alex Uloa. It's from the left side. Again, for Hawaii, they go Shimao, Ike's Watanabe, Ziegler Namoa, third to first. First pitch offering here from Magdaleno. Catches the outside corner. Strike 1.
That was just a wicked breaking ball, catching that outside edge, getting Uloa to kind of buckle and half offer at that.
Can you think of the AAC? You think of East Carolina.
Yep.
Most notably. The 0-1 offering right down the middle. Nothing in 2.
Yeah, East Carolina has been very good for a while now.
That would be a bucket list item for you to go to. Catch a game from the jungle, maybe from the outfield.
Yep.
If East Carolina, think of UTSA, Texas San Antonio, the top 2 teams of the American here in the preseason poll. The 0-2 bounced left of third. We foul, and we'll do things over here yet again.
Magdaleno doing a really good job getting ahead on the Shockers hitters.
And they will take on Omaha next week. They'll host the Mavericks for a 4-game set. Speaking of Wichita State, Hawaii, of course, will be here at home yet again. The 0-2. Oh, that 12-6 breaking ball. 4 strikeouts. Magdaleno doing work early on.
And that's why that breaking ball is so effective late in the at-bat, is that the fastball command for Isaiah Magdaleno is going to be plan A. And then when you can locate that fastball, that's going to help you expand the zone to get guys to swing and miss and expand and swing at bad pitches.
Catcher Max Coffer will step in. Hits in the 7th spot. Where's number 14? Infield back a few towards the edge of the infield turf and where the outfield turf will meet. That one hit into the netting, nothing in 1.
And Magdaleno doing a really good job controlling pace, making sure that he goes when he's ready and not letting the hitter dictate.
Magdaleno gets the sign there from the catcher, Redding. The 0-1 offering here from Magdaleno. Fouled away, nothing in 2.
And that was just an ugly swing. Fastball in off the hands. And Coffer is trying to fight that off, but just could not do anything with that pitch.
So when you've seen the excellent breaking ball, are you expecting breaking ball or are you expecting fastball?
I think you gotta expect the breaking ball, because right now it's the hot hand, or it's the hot pitch, excuse me.
The 0-2 here to come from Magdalena with 2 outs. Hit to left field as Robelki makes the low-lying catch, picks it right off before it hits the top of the turf, and the Bows retire the Shockers in order with a couple of strikeouts and then a fly out to left field. For the Shockers in the top half of the second, no runs, no hits, no Hawaii errors, and nobody left on base. To the home half of the second we go. No score here from the last between Wichita State and Hawaii. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
Lex Brody's Tire Company would like to say thank you very much for supporting UH. Wear your favorite UH gear into Lex Brody's and get an extra 5% off tires, brakes, and most other services on top of LexBrodys.com Super Saver coupons. You're the best fans, and Lex Brody's voted #1 in North America is the best choice for brake repairs and to purchase tires. Please visit LexBrodys.com for additional details and to set an online appointment.
Thank you very much.
Tire Company.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's long-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit LexBrodys.com for the best tire value on Oahu. Thank you very much.
Lex Brody's Tire Company.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Here in the home half of the second, Hawaii will go 4, 5, 6. It'll be Tate Shimao, Cody Watanabe, and Jake Redding. It has been a pitcher's duel, and both pitchers have been doing very well so far early on.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing is going to be what are the adjustments that they're going to make second time through that lineup.
Also, you mentioned for Wichita State, they might be looking at a possible bullpen game today.
Yeah, possible bullpen game. But again, I think if Cusius can give you some length and eat some innings here in game #1, I think that would be more than welcome by Coach Green and his staff.
And for Hawaii here in the home half of the second, Shimao, Watanabe, Redding. We take Shimao, the third baseman, hitting 4th. Just 111, the batting average here this season. Bats from the right side. That one misses just wide. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, fastball just missing. And Cusius looking like he's employing some velocity here, a little bit more than that 90 to 91 that was on the report.
That one catches the outer half. Quickly 1-1. Troy Hodak calling the balls in strikes. Trey Plummer, our official over at first, or the umpire, as well as Javier Navarro over at third. The 1-1. Again, both pitchers trying to hit that outside half. That one misses wide, 2-1. Again, no score here from the last game 1 of a 4-game set between undefeated Wichita State at 4-0, Hawaii at 3-1. The 2-1 offering into the netting. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And tomorrow, like we were saying earlier, is that tomorrow Wichita State's regular Friday night starter,
Brady Hamilton,
excuse me. He's like mid-upper 90s. That's going to be a treat to watch tomorrow.
The 2-2. Shimao swings and misses. Second strikeout for Cusius. 1-1 retired here in the home half of the second.
Yeah, good-looking overhand curveball from Cusius, dropping to the bottom of the zone. Shimao could not hold the swing.
Second baseman Cody Watanabe digs in, hitting .278 on the season. Second baseman hitting in the 5 spot. Hawaii still looking for their first hit. First pitch fouled right off the top of the catcher's mitt from Colfer. 0-1 the count.
Cody having himself a decent weekend, 278, coming out of the 4-game set against Gonzaga.
As we hit the 7 o'clock hour here local time on this chilly Thursday evening here from Les Murakami Stadium. The 0-1 misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's been a very good athletic day for the Hawaii Athletic Program. Of course, Rainbow Wahine basketball defeating Cal Poly on the road 71-54. The 1-1 offering. Fouled right into the Wichita State dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Watanabe doing a good job fighting that pitch out, or fighting that pitch off. He was fooled a little bit out in front, but good on him to keep that bat back and fight it off.
Rainbow Wahine softball team over in California, part of the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. The 1-2. Watanabe caught looking.
Kyusha's kind of found himself a groove here in the early going.
So 2 retired here for Hawaii here in the home half of the second, as Jake Redding will come on, the catcher hitting 6th. Rainbow Wahine softball team lost 8-0 in 6 innings to BYU. They take on number 20 Duke later on here tonight from California. Beach volleyball getting underway, part of the Outrigger Duke Kahanamoku Beach Classic. First pitch offering. That breaking ball breaks in, first strike 1.
Jake Redding coming into this weekend hitting .312, 16 at-bats, those 3 big doubles last week.
The 0-1 to Redding. Misses inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. So again, for beach volleyball, mixed bag of results today. Lost to number 6 Texas 3-2, but the stunner over at the Duke, over on the beach, they defeated number 1 UCLA 3-2.
I'd consider that weekend a wash.
Well, and then tomorrow they take on number 4 USC and number 2 Stanford. So
it does not get
any easier for the Beach Bows, but a nice start to the 2026 campaign. That ball fouled away quickly. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kyusha looking to retire the side via the K, and he does not. A check swing. Our first base umpire, Trey Plummer, says that Redding held the swing, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That looked a little bit too close to take. I mean, that ball was just off the edge.
Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cusius retires the side via the K. Shimao strikes out. Watanabe caught looking. Redding also caught looking. Cusius with 4 strikeouts through 2 innings. And for Hawaii in the home half of the second, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Before we take our break, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
Start your mornings with Wake Up Today. Weekday mornings at 5 on CBS 1500. KHKA, AM Honolulu.
A pitcher's duel from the West. No score and no hits for either team. To the third we go. Right after this, you're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
Yeah.
You make family life look good. You balance a busy schedule and a budget. For you, a real look needs to be really convenient. So come to Fantastic Sam's Cut and Color and bring the kids. Our stylists can give you the hairstyles you want at an unbeatable value. And our happiness promise means your hairstyle happiness is guaranteed. Visit today. We'll get your family ready for tomorrow. Real salon experiences, real savings, real fantastic. Fantastic Sam's.
At Fort Ruger Market, they fit in your everyday lifestyle. If it's Spam Musubis or mini bentos for the youth game, or takeout family meals for the busy parent, Fort Ruger Market is there with the delicious plate lunch and poke. With everyday 10% discounts for firefighters, EMS, and law enforcement, or Military Mondays and Senior Tuesdays 60 and over. Fort Ruger Market. You bring the family, they'll bring the food.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
The Shockers here in the top half of the third. They go 8-9-1. First appearances in the batting lineup tonight for Caleb Duncan, Zeb Henry, then to the top of the order in Jaden Gustafson as Isaiah Magdaleno back onto the bump for his 3rd inning of work. No score here, top of the 3rd. That breaking ball bends in, and that will hit Duncan. The 2nd hit by pitch for the Shockers here in this game.
Yeah, I think Isaiah was just trying to flip in a curveball first pitch, but as most pitchers know is that when you don't throw that pitch with a whole ton of conviction, sometimes it'll just kind of slip out of your hand and just float into the right-handed batter's back.
So Duncan aboard on the hit by pitch. That'll begin things here in the visiting half of the third. Zeb Henry, the second baseman, who bats ninth. Lit from the left side.
Shimao playing in, expecting bunt.
Bunt shown, laid down, right back to Magdaleno. His only choice is to go to first as they get Henry on the fielder's choice. He's retired 1-3. Moving up to second base on the play was Duncan.
And no panic in Isaiah, fielding it cleanly, making a quick throw over to first base.
Okay, at the top of the order here, back to Jaden Gustafson. Flew out to right field to begin the game. Duncan on at second, takes his lead. No score here, top half of the third. First of a 4-game set between the Bows and the Shockers. First pitch from Magdaleno. Catches the inner half, 0-1.
Before I forget, I need to shout out. I did spend a summer playing in the Jayhawk League, which is right outside of Wichita, Kansas. So I had an awesome host family, the Johnsons, Leanna and Steven Johnson.
The 0-1 becomes 0-2.
I doubt this is going to find their ears, but
hey, you never know.
You know, I think whenever I see Wichita State come into town, I think of them fondly.
It's baseball season.
Yeah,
you never know. The 0-2 here, hit out to right field. That will land it on the green. Base hit here for Gustafson. Being held up at third was Henry. Runners on the corners for Wichita State. They've got something brewing here at the top of the third with 2 on and 1 out.
Again, just not a really great located fastball right there. I mean, I think it was a little bit elevated. It did get to the spot, but because of the elevation and the height on that, it was easy for Gustafson to hit that into right field.
And arguably the most dangerous hitter on this Shocker lineup, Jason Jones, again last week against Northern Colorado. 7 of 15, 12 RBI, and that will also bring out a mound visit from Rich Hill.
Yeah, so making sure that, this mound visit is probably just Rich did not like the tempo or did not like that momentum shift in that last at-bat. So he's just kind of bringing in his infield, trying to keep some of that momentum back in the Hawaii dugout.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500, brought to you by Honolulu Burger Company, locally owned and operated by a UH alum, making fresh burgers cooked to order. So if you're Coach Rich Hill, maybe you're looking for a double play ball here, cooked by Magdaleno, try to get out of this inning with a very dangerous hitter.
But I think what you're going to have to do, the way that I think Isaiah is going to have to get that ground ball, he's going to have to throw that changeup and that sinking fastball down and in. Usually the book says you don't want to go pitches that run in towards a right-handed batter because they can kind of get that barrel on. But I think Isaiah, if he can get these 2 pitches to sink, you could get Jones to get this ball on the turf.
Jones is one of 31 newcomers here for head coach Brian Green here in 2026 for Wichita State. Again, he's homered in the first 4 games this year. It's the first time since Alec Boehm did it back in 2018. Should he go yard here tonight? It'll be the first time since 98 Wichita State has a player go 5 consecutive games with a home run.
I mean, you talked about the 31 new players. Talk about the 31 new players that Wichita State has. Hawaii on their side has 27. I mean, I think that is kind of the story in mid-major baseball nowadays.
God bless the transfer portal.
Telling me.
Jones fouls that one back into the netting quickly, 0-1. Duncan at third, Gustafson at first. 1 out. The count 0-1. Just missing the outer half. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the wind, it's been pretty constant here since first pitch and going left to right.
Yeah, wind kind of picking up a little bit.
Maybe 15 to 20 with gusts Around 25. The 1-1 offering. That does not bend in. It misses up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And if that was the correct pitch right there, I think that was a two-seam fastball kind of sinking in towards the hands. That kind of got Jones to buckle back, but just could not land and hit that inside corner.
Magdaleno comes set. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. Count evens. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That was the changeup, falling underneath the zone, getting Jones to chase.
In the middle infielders for Hawaii, Vikes and Watanabe playing double play depth. Both runners being held on. The 2-2 offering here to the very dangerous Jason Jones. Swung on and missed, and for a second time tonight, Jones retired via the K, 2 away.
And just like Cutius, Isaiah Magdaleno with the strikeout arm working tonight.
MJ Sweeney comes up hitting 400 on the season. He was also hit by a pitch earlier tonight, in the visiting half of the first inning. But a very big out recorded there by Magdaleno as he retired Jones.
Not that you can breathe anymore, just because, again, MJ Sweeney, a very imposing body in that batter's box.
2 on with 2 out here in the top half of the third. Ball popped up as Redding will give a look. And he's unable to catch it.
That wind just kind of swirling that foul ball behind home plate.
And you're taught as a catcher, you see that ball go up in the air and toss the mask at the very last second, but that ball sort of, more often than not, will find its way to tail it back into the field.
Yeah, just kind of hung up there.
And runners on the corners here for Wichita State here, top of the third. Duncan at third, Gustafson at first. Ziegler Namoa holding Gustafson on at first. They look over to Gustafson.
Cody Watanabe playing what is essentially short right field.
And Magdaleno will come set. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top half of the third. The 0-1 into the turf. Nicely blocked there by the catcher Redding. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And change up on the outside corner, not missing by much.
Bats from the left side. Speaking of MJ Sweeney. Again, the pitch over to first. Diving head first back in was Gustafson. Duncan at third, Gustafson at first. The 1-1 offering. He fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Isaiah Magdaleno really, really bearing down here. Missing in better spots.
An opportunity for Magdaleno to get out of a jam here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top half of the third. No score here from the less. Both of the hits for Wichita State have come in this third inning. The 1-2 for Magdaleno. Does not catch the outer half, missing by mere inches.
If that. I mean, from our vantage point, we don't have the greatest vantage point, but from our vantage point, look pretty good.
Deuce is wild here, top of the third. Magdaleno comes set, the 2-2 offering. That one hits Sweeney, and he is aboard. The third hit batter for Magdaleno here tonight.
And good on, not good on Magdaleno, but I think that is part of the plan, right? Especially because you have such a big body, you kind of have to crowd them. They're gonna do the most damage out over the plate, and so I think you're just trying to stick to the game plan. And so if you clip a couple guys, as long as you can minimize the damage, I think you're gonna be okay.
Duncan will stay at third. Gustafson down to second. Sweeney aboard on the hit by pitch. As Jack Quick, with the bases loaded, steps in. No score here, top of the third. First pitch offering, swings right over the top of it. 0-1.
Another changeup. getting quick to swing right over that one.
And 2 hit by pitches. An allowed single has accounted for all 3 base runners here for the Shockers here in the top half of the third. The 0-1 quickly, nothing in 2 as Quick wavers at it and misses.
And went back to the other coast, went to the outside corner with the fastball there. So again, tough mixing speeds, right? You went soft in and now you go hard away. Tough to catch up on that fastball.
Nothing at 2 for Magdaleno. Ball right through the 5-6 hole. That'll bring home 1. Duncan will score. On his way from second is Gustafson. Ball thrown to the plate. And the ball dropped by the catcher Redding. He will score. On the play, Sweeney over to third as Quick into second with a single and advances on the throw. 2-0 Shockers ahead.
That's just unfortunate right there. I thought that throw was good, but because it took a little bit of a little too far from the plate, I think that's why Redding had to go down and make that catch and popped out of the glove.
So for Quick, that is RBI number 4 and number 5 on the season.
And that one stings a little bit because he did have a 2-strike count.
It's been a 2-run single. And then advancing the second on the throw was Quick. On the play, Sweeney heads over to third. Again, those hit by pitches come back to haunt Magdaleno and the Boats here in the top half of the third.
I think big here for Magdaleno to try and see if he can minimize damage. If you can leave it here at 2, I think going back to the dugout and getting the lineup to turn over, I think that's going to be a big shot in the arm.
Sweeney at third, Quick at second as Owen Washburn steps in. First pitch offering just misses the outer half. What was being called a strike earlier, they're now being called balls.
Again, not missing by much.
Designated here, Owen Washburn. Count in his favor. 1 ball, no strikes. That ball hit out to left, giving chases. Roll Belkey on the effort, diving effort. And the ball just right over his glove. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean, that was a heck of an effort by Robecki on that play. I mean, that ball kept carrying, and kept tracking it all the entire way.
And 1 ball, 1 strike. Both runs from Wichita State have scored in this top half of the third. 2-0 Shockers ahead. Again, they outscored Northern Colorado last week 43-8. But again, doing their damage here with 2 outs. Count 1 ball and 1 strike here to the DH, Owen Washburn. One inside, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Owen Washburn's father is Jared Washburn, who was a longtime big league pitcher. I remember him mostly with the Angels. So that's crazy. I mean, Jared Washburn is not that much older than I am, and his son is playing here.
Here's the 2-1, swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Washburn, the 7th hitter to come to the plate here in this top half of the third.
Both sides with players that have fathers who are ex-big leaguers. Brody Martin Grzelanic. His dad played 15 years in the show.
The 2-2 hit out to left. That one lands in. 2 runs will score. In from third comes Sweeney. Quick around from second. And a 2-out, 2 RBI single for Owen Washburn. It is 4-0 Shockers here in the top half of the third.
And that's just a good piece of hitting right there. I thought that was a really good pitch on the outside corner, but Washburn doing a really good job staying on that changeup and driving that thing out to left field.
4 runs on 3 hits, but again, those hit by pitches have come back to haunt Hawaii. First pitch offering here to Uloa, out to right, giving chases Watanabe. He'll peel off as Draven Nishida will haul it in, but damage done here by Wichita State as they plate 4 in an 8-batter top of the third inning. 4 runs on 3 hits, no Hawaii errors, and 1 runner left on base through 2.5 here from the last. Wichita State 4, Hawaii nothing. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Hele's running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Hele app. Plus, use your Hele Aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Hele's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Hele on!
Abby Carpet and Floor introduces the newest waterproof flooring for Hawaii, Opulux. It's a waterproof laminate that's ideal for local living. With our busy lifestyles, it's very easy to keep clean. It's durable and also scratch resistant, perfect for homes with kids and pets. Visit their showroom at 560 North Nimitz Highway and see the waterproof Opulux laminate from Abby Carpet and Floor.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Hawaii with 7-8-9 coming up here in the home half of the third. Shockers score all 4 of their runs in the top half of this third inning. Along with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda, Tiflos here welcoming you back. High atop Les Murakami Stadium, coming to you live from the Rob's Leahy press box. Cannot forget to mention about that top half of the third inning, they also ruled an error on Hawaii's catcher there.
Yeah. So for those of you that are scoring at home, E2 on the play with Jack Quick, that play at home plate. And so that's only going to be 1 RBI for Quick on that play.
So 4-0 Wichita State here as Hawaii will go 7-8-9. Robeki, Kong, and Nahaku. It's 7-8-9 here for Hawaii here in the home half of the third. Trying to solve the riddle that is Matthew Cusius, who has been very good so far.
Yeah.
The 0-1 from Robelki down to third. Jones to his right, 1 step. Goes cross diamond as Robecki retired 5-3, 1 away.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there. I thought Robecki hit that ball pretty well, but right to the third baseman, Jones.
Well, he's yet to have one go into the outfield.
Yeah,
so far.
find some real estate.
Manalau Kong will step in the DH, hitting in the 8th spot for head coach Rich Hill. The 0-1 miss. The first pitch misses up and away.
One of the 2018 Little Leaguers on the Honolulu Little League team that won the World Series.
The 1-0 offering catches the outer half. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And 2017 Team Japan, Tsubasa Tomi on Hawaii's pitching staff, also a former Little League World Series alum.
The 1-1 here from Cusius. Law Kong gives it a drive out to left center. A couple of steps as Gustafson playing the win, hauls it in. Law Kong retired on the fly out to left. Quickly 2 away.
Law Kong hitting it pretty well, giving it for a ride, but just those trade winds that are going left to right, knocking that ball in the gap.
Over across the way, over at Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. You can hear it over on our brother station, ESPN Honolulu. Josh Pacheco on the call. 12:57 to go here, first half. Cal Poly leading Hawaii 22-7. Nahaku will step in. First pitch misses down and away. One ball, no strikes.
Kind of starting to feel like Hawaii last weekend on the road at CSUN.
The 1-0 bends in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Again, overhand curveball, dropping in for strike 1.
Okay, no picks for this Wichita State team on the preseason all AAC squad. That one also bends in. One ball, 2 strikes.
Max Coffer doing a really good receiving job on that pitch.
Things starting to pick up here in the home half of the third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cushes looking to retire Hawaii in order. Misses wide. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that ball was a waste pitch, trying to get Kamana to kind of expand the zone, see if he'll bite.
Like Hawaii, Wichita State has not made a regional in quite some time. 2013, the last time they made the tournament. The 2-2 becomes a full count. 1 misses down and in. But again, you think of those years and the yesteryears with the Easter baseball tournament. Wichita State was a household name in that tournament. The 3-2. Now from the Haku out to left. Gustafson to the beginning of the warning track. Hauls it in. Hawaii retired in order on the fly out to right. For the Bows in the home half of the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Through 3 complete here from the Les. Wichita State 4, Hawaii nothing. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
This UH sports season, stay cool and go green with Malona Ice Cream. Malona's creamy, refreshing bars are the perfect treat for every Bows fan. And now, you can enjoy Malona's new pina colada flavor, available exclusively in Hawaii. Whether you're watching from the stands or cheering from home, beat the heat and treat yourself to Malona. Find your favorite flavors at Costco, Foodland, Safeway, and 7-Eleven stores. Go green and enjoy Malona, the coolest way to cheer on the Bows.
Many people in Hawaii struggle to afford healthcare. And now, a merger between HMSA and Hawaii Pacific Health could make it worse. Mergers like this raise costs and reduce access to care, shifting resources away from the hospitals communities depend on. Most Hawaii residents oppose a merger because of these concerns. They want practical improvements, not major disruption. At the Queen's Health Systems, we join others in calling for an independent review to protect families, small businesses, and communities across our islands. Learn more at healthcaremergerrisks.hi.org.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Through 3 complete here from Les Murakami Stadium. Wichita State leading Hawaii by a score of 4-0. Along with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda, Tiff was here from the Robs Leahy press box from Les Murakami Stadium. A couple of sellouts in week number 1. There's already a ticketed issue sellout for tomorrow. Again, with men's basketball in action, expect where most of the fans are here tonight. Still a good crowd here on this chilly Thursday night.
And for those of you who are listening tonight, please come early tomorrow. All of the festivities start at 6 o'clock.
First pitch offering called a strike.
You know, usually at around 6 o'clock, stadium's about maybe a quarter to, half full. But I think for the festivities and for Coach Les, I want to see everybody packing the house.
The 0-1 offering here to Coffer. High pop-up. Hits out to the outfield. Coming on is Nushida. And the fly out to right field. Wichita State's their first out here in the top half of the 4th inning.
I think for Magdaleno's psyche, if he can come away with a clean inning here, I think that's going to give him a little bit of a boost. He's at 58 pitches so far through 3+ innings of work.
Now to bring on Caleb Duncan. Was hit by a pitch in the last inning. 8 batters for Wichita State came to the plate in the top half of the 3rd inning. First pitch catches the inner half. No balls, 1 strike. In the middle infield, right on the edge of where the infield meets the outfield as a
trying to figure out what's going on.
Is that a pitch clock violation?
I would assume so.
The 0-1 bouncing ball to short. Ikes goes across the diamond. 6-3 to Ziegler Namoa as Duncan retired. 2 up, 2 down for Wichita State here in the top half of the 4th inning.
Ike is doing a really good job ranging out there, manning shortstop. Again, first 2 years at UH, playing third base. Last year, did get to play some shortstop when Jordan Donahue went down. But again, doing a really nice job.
Zeb Henry shows bunt. Magdaleno misses wide. 1 ball, no strikes. Henry did have the sack bunt in the last inning. Went straight back to the mound, and Magdaleno was retired 1-3 on the putouts. The 1-0 becomes 2-0. And Hawaii's Warren Nolan RPI came in this week at 241. Wichita State over at 192. Their best start since 2018. Perfect 4-0 here in 2026. The 2-0 misses into the turf. 3-0 the count to the 9-hole hitter in Zeb Henry.
And Henry, kind of your de facto second leadoff hitter. Pretty good wheels.
The 3-0. Catches the upper half, 3-1.
3-0 auto take all the way.
Third baseman Shimao takes a couple steps in. The 3-1 offering here for Magdaleno in the top half of the fourth. Fouled back in the netting, and after going down 3-0 in the count, Magdaleno has worked the count full.
Making much better pitches in those last two.
After giving up 4 runs in the previous inning, Magdaleno looking to go 3 up and 3 down here in the top half of the fourth. The 3-2. Again, fouled into the netting, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, Zeb Henry hanging tough here. Working this full count. Trying to get himself on base, trying to extend the Wichita State fourth.
And starting to pick up yet again. Magdaleno gets the sign he wants from Redding. The 3-2. 12-6 breaking ball. Bows retire the Shockers in order. And as you said, Harry, an important inning for Magdaleno after giving up 4 in the top half of the third. So for the Shockers here in the visiting fourth, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. To the home half of the fourth we go. Hawaii still looking for hit number 1. Wichita State leading Hawaii by a score of 4-0. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
You make family life look good. You balance a busy schedule and a budget. For you, a real look needs to be really convenient. So come to Fantastic Sam's Cut and Color and bring the kids. Our stylists can give you the hairstyles you want at an unbeatable value. And our happiness promise means your hairstyle happiness is guaranteed. Visit today. We'll get your family ready for tomorrow. Real salon experiences, real savings, real fantastic. Fantastic Sam's.
While Hawaii's public employees were hard at work, politicians in Washington handed billionaires massive tax breaks. Now Hawaii lawmakers may need to cut essential public services to cover the shortfall. That could mean inadequate food safety protections, fewer health services, and weakened public safety. When Hawaii calls, who will be there to answer? Tell your lawmakers, protect Hawaii's vital public services. A message from HGEA.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Bottom half of the 7 o'clock hour here local time on this Thursday evening. Wichita State leading Hawaii here in game 1 of this 4-game set, 4-0. Bows looking for their first hit of the night. In fact, trying to get their first hit ball into the outfield.
Yep. Trying to get their first hit ball, trying to get their first base runner. So going to be interesting, again, like I was saying in the second inning, I think it's going to be interesting to see the types of adjustments that the Hawaii hitters are going to make against Cusius.
Matthew Cusius has performed very well coming now into inning number 4 of work. First pitch offering to Ben Ziegler-Namoa, misses down and away, so the Bows will go 1, 2, 3, top of the order. Ziegler-Namoa, Ikes, and Nushida. Ziegler-Namoa grounded out to second base to begin the bottom half of the first inning. The 1-0 becomes 1-1. Ball right down the middle.
Tough 2-pitch mix right there. Change up off the plate to kind of change the eyes, and went breaking ball to that same half on that outside corner, catching the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
The 1-1 fouled off the top of the catcher's mitt. Ziegler Namoa down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Cush is doing a really good job mixing his pitches. I mean, that was first 3 pitches, 3 different pitches to 3 different locations. So you have all of these different permutations that you have at your disposal.
Fouled off the catcher's mitt. Ziegler Namoa will get another opportunity, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Cush just attacking the zone.
And the second appearance for Cusius this season. Had 4 strikeouts over 3 innings last week. The 1-2 offering misses down and away. Ball gets beyond the catcher, Kaufer. Count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Just missing the feet of Ziegler Namoa.
And no matter the opponent, outscoring them 43-8. It's very impressive for a squad that was 16 games below 500 a year ago.
And even with the weather, if I'm not mistaken, the weather was a little cool.
Look out, Ziegler Namoa fouls out one in the upper deck. And of course, ball goes into the stands. Keiki run around, try to get it. Again, Ziegler Namoa digs in on the left side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The offering from Cusius. And again, the battle continues. Ziegler Namoa fouls it off. Again, you mentioned it, Harry, but tomorrow, Rainbow Warrior Countdown begins at 5:45. A special pregame edition with the retirement ceremony, or the enshrinement ceremony, I beg your pardon, for former Rainbow Warrior head coach Les Murakami. The 2-2 offering to Ben Ziegler Namoa. Bounces it wide of first, and again, the battle continues.
And second baseman Zeb Henry is playing like Cody Watanabe in the last half inning, playing in that short right field area behind second base position. Shortstop kind of shading a little bit towards second base. Playing Ben to pull.
We'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ziegler Namoa this time bounces it to second base, over to Henry. On the throw down to first. Ziegler Namoa, who battled in that at-bat, but loses the battle. He grounds out to second base for a second time here tonight, 1 away.
Those are the kinds of at-bats that aren't going to appear in any sort of stat sheet, but to battle all of those pitches and to make Cusius work. Again, Cusius being very economical thus far, 10 up, 10 down. But I think if you're Hawaii, you want to try and prolong these at-bats to get into this Shockers bullpen.
Elijah Ikes will step in. Hawaii trailing by 4 here, home half of the 4th. Ball into the turf, 1 ball, no strikes. Ikes grounded out to third, as he is 0 for 1 here tonight over at Bank Arena. It's Dan Sheriff Center. Cal Poly leading Hawaii 28-25, 8:52 to go here first half. The 1-0 here to Ikes. Misses just wide, 2-0.
That's a pretty good take right there. Again, I think the catcher Kaufer trying to bring that pitch and frame it back to the plate, but home plate umpire Troy Hodak not biting.
The 2-0 to Ikes. This one catches the right down the middle. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And again, very good take from Elijah. I think that was a 2-0 breaking ball, a little bit of a cutter or a slider. Ideally, if you're trying to swing 2-0, you want to hit the straight one.
Ikes over 1 here tonight. Takes strike 2. Ikes came in hitting .333 on the year. Was up 2-0 in the count. Now it's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Ikes slaps it over to short. Uloa gathers it, goes cross, dive in, and the ball off the top of the glove of Sweeney. Ikes will stay at first.
That's going to be Hawaii's first base runner of the evening.
And that'll be an E6 on the throw from Uloa.
And that was all Elijah Ikes. Elijah doing a really good job getting out of the box quickly and hustling up the line. So rushing the throw did Uloa, and that's why that throw airmailing first base.
He put the rubber slippers on his hands and got all the way down to first.
He did.
Javen Nishida, Hawaii's number 3 hitter. Corners, third baseman pulling in. That is Jones. That ball hit out to right, but just wide of the foul line. And going to go back to first base is Elijah Ikes. Count no balls and 1 strike.
Good on Draven right there. Saw a pitch that he could handle, being aggressive. Sometimes he can be over-aggressive in the Hawaii lineup. He has probably the most swing and miss in his swing. But again, that's why he's able to drive the ball with not necessarily the biggest frame for a right fielder.
And for the first time tonight, Matthew Kush is dealing with some Hawaii traffic on the base paths. Nothing in 1. Ikes takes his lead, breaks for second, ball fouled into the turf and hits the hands of Nushida. As again, Ikes will have to make his way back to first. Count no balls and 2 strikes.
You know, and I think that if Nushida held up on the swing, I think Ikes could have been in there safely. I mean, that was a pretty good jump on a hit and run.
Ikes is 1 for 1 on stolen bases this season. Takes his lead off of first. Nishida digs in. Nothing into the count. 1 out here in the home half of the 4th. Hawaii trailing 4-0. The 0-2. Ikes does not break. Ball into the turf. Good block there from Coffer. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Good to see Nushida leaving that down under the zone. Trying to get a rally going here in the 4th.
Ikes again taking his lead. Count 1 and 2 to Nushida. Ikes breaks for second. Ball right through the second, right through the mound. Corralled by the shortstop Uloa, who steps on second. And a 6-3 inning-ending double play. Nushida goes 5-hole on the pitcher Cusius. But right there was Uloa, was on his wallet, stepped on second, through to first, and just like that, Hawaii's opportunity in the 4th comes to an end. But for the Bows in the home half of the 4th, no runs on no hits. There was 1 Wichita State error, and Hawaii does not leave any runners on base through 4 complete from the less. Wichita State 4, Hawaii nothing. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
Aloha from Waiakea. As a proud corporate sponsor of University of Hawaii Athletics, we're committed to keeping our athletes and fans hydrated with delicious volcanic water straight from the Big Island. Our water originates atop the Mauna Loa volcano as rain and snow melt, filtering through thousands of feet of porous volcanic rock and re-emerging at the surface as refreshingly crisp, naturally alkaline water. Learn more at waiakea.com and find us at most stores across the islands. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability? These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, HCAM.
Aloha, this is Stan Maiona from Sports Stan. You're listening to University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
To the top half of the 5th we go here from Leesburg Kami Stadium on a really nice evening, but it is a little chilly, a little bit windy as well. Wichita State leading Hawaii by a score of 4-0. Hawaii still looking for their first hit of the game as Isaiah Magdaleno heads back to the bump to begin his 5th inning of work. First pitch offering misses down and away. 1 ball and no strikes.
Not a bad pitch. Starting change of 0-0. Trying to see if you can get a free out on the swing.
Shockers will go 1, 2, 3 here in the top half of the 5th. So Gustafson, Jones, and Sweeney. The count 2-0 to Gustafson. Shimao, Ikes, Watanabe, Ziegler, Namoa, 3rd to 1st for Hawaii along the infield. The 2-0 here from Magdaleno, hit out to center, giving chases Nahaku on the run, right to the edge of the warning track, tracks it down, and a loud fly out to center. F8 begins the top half of the 5th inning.
And Nahaku having a tremendous jump, ball off the bat. He was taking his first step back and just made a beeline to the warning track and reeling that in for out number 1.
And as an outfielder, that's what you're taught. First step, right? Always back.
Don't ask me. I could not catch fly balls to save my life.
That's why they stuck you on the mound. Jason Jones will step in 0 for 2 on the evening. Has homered in all 4 of the games last week against Northern Colorado. Takes ball 1. And Josh Pacheco will be back tomorrow afternoon. Rainbow Warrior counted again. Special pregame time at 5:45. Gates will open at 5 as that one from Jones out to left center. Wilbecki gives way to Nahaku, and for a second consecutive batter, it is retired by the center fielder, Nahaku.
And I'm sure Jason Jones off the bat, I mean, he thought he got that one. I mean, just the body language out of the box. But here at sea level and with these wind gusts, that ball just getting knocked down in the gap.
Now, if it had gone the other direction, if it had gone the right center, that ball still might be on in the air. So quickly 2 retired here in the top half of the 5th. MJ Sweeney will dig in. Again, outside of that 3rd inning, Magdalena has looked pretty good so far. Count 0-1 as Sweeney waves through.
But I've always said that one of the biggest attributes for a Friday night ace type of starter, if you will, which Isaiah Magdaleno is that when you do, you're only human, you're going to get hit, but to limit the damage.
The 0-1 misses down, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And to not let those cold spells prolong. So again, Magdalena doing a good job settling down here after that rough 3rd inning.
1 ball, 1 strike here, top of the 5th, 2 outs. Shockers lead 4-0. The 1-1 becomes 1-2 as Sweeney looks at strike 2, down and away. Catches the outer half.
Again, this game and they're going to shift Shimao back to behind second base. So they're going to go 3 infielders on the right side. Big gap on the left.
So as a hitter, do you try to go for the hole, or do you just take what the pitch is given to you?
Well, I'm thinking if you're the Hawaii coaching staff, you're kind of hoping that a Tiger can't change its stripes, and so you're just going to try and pitch the pull with MJ Sweeney.
Doesn't matter. The 1-2 swung on and missed as Sweeney strikes out, and for a second consecutive inning, Shockers go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're halfway through here from Manoa. Wichita State 4, Hawaii still looking for their first hit. They trail here 4-0. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
Aloha, Kanoa Leahy here. I want to tell you about a special Kama'aina company I love, Kahala, the original Aloha shirt since 1936. Locally owned and operated in Honolulu, Kahala has been crafting iconic Aloha shirts for generations. To celebrate 90 years of Aloha in 2026, Kahala will be releasing limited edition shirts honoring each decade, from the 1930s to the 2020s. They look great and feel even better. Support local and check them out online at kahala.com, on Instagram at Kahala, or at one of their 6 locations island-wide.
Looking for a checking account that actually rewards you? Open an eLife or Kasasa Cashback checking account with Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Set up direct deposit and get $100. Already a member? Refer friends. They'll get $100 when they join, and you'll earn $50 for every successful referral. It's easy, rewarding, but only for a limited time. Visit hawaiiusafcu.com/welcome gift for details, or stop by any branch. Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life matters. Insured by NCUA.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
To the bottom of the 5th we go. Tip Wells along with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda on this gusty Thursday evening. Shockers leading 4-0. Bows looking for their first hit here in tonight's contest. Again, a 4-game series, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. As Hawaii begins week number 2 of the 2026 season.
And last half inning for Hawaii in the bottom of the 4th. I mean, that was just that kind of sums up the game so far. I mean, just kind of unlucky. You know, that ball hit by Draven Ushida was the best hit ball of the night for Hawaii.
Those will go 4-5-6. First pitch offering here from Cusius. Misses high and away. Again, the Bows will go Shimao, Watanabe, and Redding scheduled up 4-5-6. But again, the loudest hit by Hawaii or loudest batted ball, beg your pardon, through the wickets of the pitcher, Cusius. Johnny in the spot, Uloa, that ball high into the zone, nearly hits the shoulder of Shimao. He's able to turn away. Takes a very loud ball, too.
Yeah, and again, if you're Hawaii, you'll take anything, right?
Again, his second appearance of the season, speaking of starting pitcher for Wichita State and Matthew Cusius, as the catcher Coffer with some discussion to the home plate umpire, Troy Hodak. Maybe, no, they're going to say they're going to give him a ball 3 here.
Well, what I did see was Cusius was kind of off the mound, adjusting his hat and stuff. So maybe he thought in his head that the pitch clock restarted because he was not engaged on the rubber. But maybe Troy Hodak at home plate thought differently.
This also has the Wichita State head coach Brian Green in his third year, 56 and 35. As he's now having a discussion with our home plate umpire and also the catcher. And Coffer talking with another of the umpires, as both the first and third base umpires have come on down, and there's a big old powwow here at home plate.
And it's beginning to get a little bit more demonstrative by Coach Green with his conversation behind home plate. And with that, the Shockers are going to send a couple bodies to the bullpen. I see a pitcher getting stretched. So maybe they're thinking that Cusius' night is coming to an end. And if this is the end, I mean, that is a very, very good outing thus far.
Well, we have a moment in this lengthy discussion. Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500, brought to you by Waiakea Hawaiian Volcanic Beverages. Naturally alkaline and always refreshing. Find us at a Times or a Foodland near you, or visit waiakea.com. So nothing really will result from that extended discussion. It's just more of a conversation with the head coach and Brian Green, who will head back to his dugout, and the count will be 3 balls and no strikes.
So again, this would be a huge, huge shot in the arm for Hawaii if you could get your leadoff runner on.
The 3-0 to Shimao. Right down the middle, 3 balls, 1 strike, and that was a full take from Shimao. No surprise.
Yeah, no surprise. I mean, I think you got to try and force him to throw a strike there, see if you can work a walk.
The 3-1 here from Cusius, home half of the 5th. Shimao hits it out to right center. That will hang up just enough as Quick on the run. And that right center gap. Shimao flies out to the right fielder, 1 away.
Yeah, same story as kind of last week in Shimao. I thought barreled a couple good balls, several balls over the weekend, and just could not get them to fall, and that was another one.
In steps Cody Watanabe, the second baseman, 0 for 1 here tonight. It's caught looking in the home half of the second. First pitch offering misses high and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Shockers scored all 4 of their runs in the top half of the third. Aided by a Hawaii error and 2 hit by pitches. The 1-0 hammered out to center field, but Duncan takes a couple of steps, and the hits have been getting a little bit louder for Hawaii, but they're sort of to where the Shockers defense is.
Yeah, still, but nothing to show for it. Hawaii's still looking for their first hit, and that is in the Wichita State bullpen. That is Amar Senge getting loose, right-hander.
So 2 gone here in the home half of the 5th. And steps the catcher, Jake Redding. He'll take strike 1.
Yeah, Cusius is just has the hot hand right now.
And he's working with the lead here, the 0-1 offering. Redding bouncing ball to third, right into the glove of Jones, goes cross diamond. And again, Hawaii down in order as Redding grounds out 5-3. And just like that, Hawaii done in the home half of the 5th. A quick moving first half of our game as we head to the 6th. 4-0 Wichita State with Hawaii. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The 6th inning we go. Shockers 4, Bows nothing. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
Ready for UH football, huh?
Yep, check this out.
Oh.
Wrong sound. That works.
Whoa. I ready, bro.
Yeah, watch this.
How come the blender went off?
Huh?
The blender in the kitchen went off, bro.
Nah.
Try again.
Oh, man.
Okay, we can make some like a fruit smoothies.
When you want your home or business wired right, call a unionized electrical contractor. 847-5341.
IBEW Local 1186, lighting your path to the future.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Helle's running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Helle app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Helle app. Plus, use your Helle, Aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Helle's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Helle on! University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500. Brought to you by Fantastic Sam's Cotton Collar.
High atop Les Murakami Stadium, coming to you live from the Bronx Leahy press box, along with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda. Tiffles here. Game 1 of 4 in this 4-game set between Hawaii and Wichita State. Shockers leading 4-0 with Isaiah Magdaleno back out to the mound to begin his 6th inning of work.
Yeah, 73 pitches so far through 5 innings. And so, again, we're talking about after that ugly 3rd inning where the Shockers sent 8 batters to the plate. Isaiah settling down, 6 up, 6 down in the last 2 innings.
As for the Shockers, they will go a ball right off the glove of Shimao in the left field as Quick makes his way to second. Head first dive, and he is safe.
And just getting the hand in there at second base. I thought Robecki doing a good job getting that ball in the second base, but just again, the hand, Quick's hand getting in just in the nick of time.
And so they will go Quick, Washburn, and Uloa here in the top half of the 6th. They will rule that a double for Quick. Just like that, Wichita State threatening early on here in the visiting half of the 6th. Oh, and Washburn will step in.
Hawaii getting the bullpen going. That's Grant Garman, the left-hander.
Washburn swings right through that. And that one may have caught Redding in a place where some of those in-house and listening can feel the pain.
Yeah, so home plate umpire giving them some time. Getting everybody to reset. They're going to shift Cody Watanabe into pull, playing shallow right field. They're going to put shortstop Iquez right in the back pocket of the second base runner.
The 0-1 swung on and missed. Quickly, 0-2 to the DH Washburn.
And that was just a filthy changeup that Washburn could not hold up on that swing.
Quick over on at second with that leadoff double. The 0-2 fouls it off. We'll do it again. And 4-0 our score here at top half of the 6th. Shockers scored all 4 of their runs in the 3rd inning. Beneficiaries of 2 hit by pitches. The 0-2 right over the top of the glove of Ziegler Namoa. Stays in fair territory. As Quick will round third, head on home, and back-to-back doubles for Wichita State. It is 5-0 WSU.
And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Wichita State. I mean, now that you're in the last stanza of this game here, now you want to try and see if you can create some separation after hanging that 4 spot in the 3rd.
As Quick and Washburn trade places. And our new score 5-0 as that will bring Rich Hill from the dugout.
And it looks like Hawaii is going to go to the bullpen.
And 5 runs on 5 hits here for Wichita State. And 1 Hawaii error. The Bows, no runs, no hits, and 1 error as well. Call to the bullpen brought to you by HCAMP, the Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program. Visit hawaiiconcussion.com. As Isaiah Magdaleno's night is done, we'll take a special 60-second in-game timeout, and we'll tell you who Hawaii's new hurler is. On the other side, you're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
When pain gets in the way of everyday life, it affects more than how you move. It changes how you show up for your family and your life. At Queens Orthopedics and Spine, patients receive nationally recognized care and advanced treatments to help them recover faster with better outcomes. So you can enjoy morning walks, get back in the game, and move comfortably again. Because at Queens, recovery is about more than healing. It's about getting back to life. Learn more at queens.org/ortho.
Abby Carpet and Floor introduces the newest waterproof flooring for Hawaii, Opulux. It's a waterproof laminate that's ideal for local living. With our busy lifestyles, it's very easy to keep clean. It's durable and also scratch resistant, perfect for homes with kids and pets. Visit their showroom at 560 North Nimitz Highway and see the waterproof Opulux laminate from Abby Carpet and Floor.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Call to the bullpen for Hawaii brought to you by HCAMP, the Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program. Visit hawaiiconcussion.com. Harry, head coach Rich Hill goes to the bullpen, and he brings in
Grant Garman, left-hander. He pitched last weekend, did not record an out. Walked one hit, but none of those base runners that he put on came around to score. So again, 0.00 ERA thus far, but Garmin looking to have a better outing here on Thursday night.
And 5-0 our score, back-to-back doubles begins the top half of the sixth here for Wichita State. So Garmin comes set, showing bunt, laying it down is Uloa. Now will trickle foul. No balls, one strike.
Trying to go push bunt right there. You don't see that very often anymore, where the right-handed batter is going to try and push that ball past the pitcher towards second base position. And once it clears the pitcher, then technically that should be easy sailing for the base hit, because that second baseman should be covering first base, excuse me.
And we'll be on our brother station, ESPN Honolulu, tomorrow and Sunday. 5-0 here, Shockers, top of the sixth. The 0-1. Uloa lays it down right to the pitcher. Garmin gathers, and he just gets Uloa by half a step on the play. Washburn heads over to third.
And good job on getting off of that mound and making that strong throw over to first base. So again, I think what Hawaii is going to do is they're probably going to pinch Tate Shimao to try and cut off that runner. I think they're going to play the entire infield in.
Infield will come in as Coffer will step in. 0 for 2 here tonight. First pitch, Coffer. Up and away, 1 ball, no strikes. And for Wichita State, 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 Hawaii error. For the Bows, no runs, no hits, 1 Shockers error. The 1-0 here to Coffer. Coffer unloads, but it will go well wide and right over the batting cage, which should be finished at some point in time.
Yep. Probably made its way onto track and field's new practice area.
Again, 1 ball, 1 strike is our count. 1 out here in the top half of the sixth. Shockers have already plated 1, looking for a second. The 1-1 to Coffer. This time goes and flies it out to right, well over the bullpen, and hopefully doesn't hit a window in the media lot.
Magdaleno still responsible for Owen Washburn over at third base. So can't close the book on Isaiah Magdaleno just yet.
The lefty Garmin comes set. The 1-2 offering. Here to Coffer. Right up the box. That one lands on the green. 6-0 Shockers.
And I think that ball should have been a little bit more down. Again, a fastball just elevated top of the zone, and that ball is hit right back up the middle. Again, 1-2 count. Got to put him away there, but Coffer doing a really good job staying on that pitch.
6-0 Wichita State leading here in the first of a 4-game set. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
Start your mornings with Wake Up Today. Weekday mornings at 5 on CBS 1500. KHKA AM Honolulu.
8th hitter Caleb Duncan fouls that one back into the netting. Quickly 0-1. And if this is a team that is preseason picked to finish 8th in the American Athletic Conference, it is going to be a very good AAC conference season.
Shockers trying to shock the world in the American Conference.
The 0-1. Grounded into the turf. Over to Shimal at third. His only play is the first. He will retire Duncan on the 5-3 putouts. On the play, Coffer heads over to second. 2 gone here in the top half of the 6th. Halftime over at Rainbow at Benko Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Cal Poly leading Hawaii 44-35. And also in action on the continent, top of the 5th. Top 25 Duke leading the Rainbow Wahine softball team, looking to possibly be another Mercy Rule loss for the Bows. Duke leading Hawaii 8-1. Henry will step in, fouls that one wide of the first base coach's box. No balls and 1 strike. Henry here tonight, 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt and a strikeout.
Wahine softball just kind of going through some growing pains. You know, new coach, Coach Thanatharn. I see a lot of parallels between her and Coach Hill, very energetic.
0-1 swung on and missed, 0-2.
And has been around the West Coast.
Previously with Long Beach State for quite some time.
Lifer.
The Hawaii athletic department outside of football. A couple of other sports going through their final year of the Big West Conference before the move to the Mountain West. The 0-2 waves right through that, does Henry. The strikeout recorded there from Garmin. But for Wichita State, they score twice, so 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no Hawaii errors and 1 runner left on base. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Shockers lead Hawaii 6-0. The Bows still looking for hit number 1. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
This UH sports season, stay cool and go green with Malona Ice Cream. Malona's creamy, refreshing bars are the perfect treat for every Bows fan. And now, you can enjoy Malona's new pina colada flavor, available exclusively in Hawaii. Whether you're watching from the stands or cheering from home, beat the heat and treat yourself to Malona. Find your favorite flavors at Costco, Foodland, Safeway, and 7-Eleven stores. Go green and enjoy Malona, the coolest way to cheer on the Bows.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Hi, this is Eddie. I'm the lead lumber for Hardware Hawaii, Kailua. I like helping customers find what they need. It's not like another stranger just shopping here. My customers are like my friends, and then I just help them out, and I feel good, and it just makes my day. We're out here in the lumberyard ready to serve you.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Aloha, this is Stan Maiona from Sports Stan. You're listening to University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
To the bottom of the 6th we go here from Les Murakami Stadium, along with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda. Tifos here from the Rob's Leahy press box. Shockers with 4 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 6th. 6 runs on 6 hits. 1 Hawaii error for the Bows. No runs, no hits. 1 Shockers error as Hawaii will go 7-8-9. Robeki, Lau Kong, and Nahaku scheduled up for Hawaii is Matthew Cusius on the bump for a 6th inning of work. And he has pitched very, very well. First pitch to Robelki, called strike 1.
I mean, going back to last week, that is 8 scoreless innings, consecutive scoreless innings for Cusius.
The 0-1 fouled into the upper deck to our right. Be no balls and 2 strikes. As an older gentleman grabs the ball and gives it to a Keiki. The 0-2 right over the top of the awning, out of play.
And not only is that 8 scoreless innings, that is 8 hitless innings by Matthew Cusius.
The 0-2 offering. Right to short, and a diving stab to his right as Uloa hauls it in. And again, that's maybe the third or fourth loud swing by Hawaii, but it results in an out.
Again, that was an outstanding grab by Uloa, ranging to his right and getting full extension on that.
So one gone here in the home half of the 6th. Manalao Kong will step in, the DH. Batting in the 8th spot, making his collegiate debut here in 2026. First pitch right through the middle and count quickly, 0-1.
I'd imagine that Hawaii is playing take till get a strike, take till you get a strike.
The 0-1 misses just above the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just there's a nervous energy here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
The 1-1 misses up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike.
That is pitch number 67 for Cusius.
Kong will dig in on the right side. The 2-1 offering. Misses high and away. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Good AB from the Frosh. Again, one of the highly touted recruits of this 2026 class for Hawaii.
The 3-1 right down the middle. Count draws full, 3-2. And we mentioned for the Shockers, 31 newcomers this year, 4 grad students, 8 seniors, 3 redshirt juniors. Kong will foul that into the netting. Just 7 returnees, 5 position players, 2 pitchers for head coach Brian Green. Did spend some time here in Hawaii.
Yep. Funny story, at the time when I was getting recruited here to the University of Hawaii, Coach Green was still the hitting coach. At the time, Hawaii had a center fielder named Josh Green. And so first day meeting all the coaches, I walk into the office and I say, "Hi, Coach Josh."
3-2, Kong retired as he swings right over the top of it.
Very embarrassing story from 17-year-old Harrison Corona.
So with 2 gone here in the home half of the 6th, Kamana Nahaku will step in. Flew out to right field to end the 3rd inning. Hawaii's been retired in order every single inning. First pitch high and away, 1 ball, no strikes.
There was an error in the 4th inning, but that quickly got erased by that slick play by shortstop Alex Uloa to turn an unassisted double play.
The 1-0 catches the other half, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And it's just been that kind of night for Hawaii.
A couple of unfortunate plays made by the Shockers as Nahaku hammers that one out to center, but the wind will keep that one in the park. On the edge of the warning track was a center fielder for Wichita State in Caleb Duncan. And for a 6th consecutive inning, Hawaii retired in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no Rainbow Warriors left on base. To the 7th inning we go. 7-8-9, hopefully Bull Warrior time here on this Thursday evening. Shockers 6, Bows nothing. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
This place they call paradise, I call my own. Best to be born and raised local ground.
With hotels, condo resorts, and vacation rentals on 5 Hawaiian islands, Castle Resorts and Hotels is a Kama'aina favorite. When you need a place to stay to attend a tournament, family function, or a golf getaway, visit castleresorts.com for special Kama'aina rates.
HAWA.
Castle Resorts and Hotels. Born in Hawaii, built on hospitality, inspired by aloha.
H-A-W-A. There ain't no other place like these islands.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
A reminder coming up tomorrow, special Rainbow Warrior Countdown pregame show beginning at 5:45 due to the honoring of Les Murakami into the College Baseball Hall of Fame, the induction ceremony. So a special pregame coverage beginning at 5:45. First pitch right around 6:35. Catch it over on our brother station, ESPN in Honolulu. Josh Pacheco will be back from calling Rainbow Warrior basketball. You'll be on the call as well. Or will Scott Robbs be
Scott
on the
Robbs,
call?
I think.
Yes.
Yep,
I'm
Scott.
trying to give you more work on this Friday.
I'm trying to think. I'm just like, well, Scott, I know has to MC the thing, so I'm sure he'll be up here tomorrow.
Second inning of work here for the Hawaii Hurler in Grant Garmin.
Good curveball on the outside corner for strike one. Unless we not forget that Hall of Fame weekend all throughout lower campus. On Saturday, AC Carter will be honored at basketball. And that's going to be on
Jersey
ESPN.
retirement.
Yeah, jersey retirement.
So the 1-1 here to Gustafson. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, the Shockers will go 1, 2, 3 scheduled up here in the top half of the 7th. Gustafson, Jones, and Sweeney. But all the offense for the Shockers have come from everybody but Jason Jones, the AAC Offensive Player of the Week, who did some work against Northern Colorado last week. The 1-2, wide of first. We'll do it again.
I mean, that's one of those weekends where I think you just go unconscious and everything is easy and everything just seems to go your way. But 4 consecutive home runs is a special, special weekend.
Again, you look at that third inning, a couple of hit by pitches, an error by Hawaii as well. Most of the damage done with 2 outs. The 1-2 misses down and away. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So again, first pitch times this weekend, 6:35 tomorrow, 3:05 on Saturday due to Rainbow Warrior basketball with their early tip-off as well. And then the usual 1:05 Sunday matinee. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Gustafson retired, 1 away.
And Garmin basically going with 1 pitch. I mean, that breaking ball, I mean, it's a good one. That's cutting all the way across to the outside corner.
Jason Jones will step in. Batting second in the order, playing third base. 0 for 3 here tonight. So he'll step in on the right side. Again, looking for his 5th consecutive game with a home run. First pitch offering, laced to short. Ikes on the backhand. 1 bounces it to Ziegler, now more. That was pretty, maybe the play of the game there from Hawaii so far.
Yeah, well hit ball out to deep shortstop, and Ike is doing a really good job catching that on the short hop and not panicking, knowing that he has to go 1 hop to first base and making a really, really good throw and a really good feed for Ben over there at first
He made
base.
that look easy. That looked routine.
And that's why he is the prospect that he is. Again, if all goes well, probably going to get his name called in the June draft.
In will step MJ Sweeney. Was hit by a pitch in the 1st and 3rd, struck out in the 5th. Officially 0 for 1 here today. First pitch offering, bends in for a strike. And for Wichita State, 4 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 6th.
And this is going to be a pinch hitter for Wichita State, number 31, Nolan Ganter.
So Ganter quickly behind in the count, 0-2.
Ganter last weekend, 3 for 6, cool 500 batting average, 2 RBIs. So employed as a pinch hitter to face the left-handed pitching Garmin.
Officially 3 for 6 on the season, batting .500. The 0-2 offering. This is up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again for Friday night and Sunday afternoon, both broadcasts on ESPN Honolulu. Saturday's broadcast will be right here on CBS 1500. The 1-2 offering swung on and missed as the Shockers retired in order, with Garmin picking up 2 more strikeouts. That is now 10 for Hawaii here this evening. For the Shockers in the visiting half of the 7th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. To the 7th inning we go here in Manoa with our score Wichita State 6 and Hawaii nothing. Our 7th inning stretch brought to you by Fantastic Sam's Cut and Color. 7-8-9 Bull Warrior time. Can the Bows get a hit? Can the Bows get a run? Find out on the other side. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
At Dow Electric Supply, we're your local-based company with your needs in mind. We see the light in Hawaii, and rest assured, we are with you all the way. Our sales counter and will call are here to serve Hawaii's electricians, developers, utility companies, businesses, and homeowners. The Dial Lighting Gallery showroom is open by appointment only. Go online to www.dialelectricsupply.com. Open weekdays from 7 to 3. At Dial Electric Supply, we see the light.
Sports Stand Sporting Goods is Hawaii's best baseball and softball store. At Sports Stand, you'll experience the largest selection of baseball and softball gloves and bats in Hawaii. You know the rules. Quality sporting goods, always at a price you can afford. Stop by Sports Stand Sporting Goods in beautiful downtown Waipio, 94-547 Uke'e Street, Suite 303. Or give them a call at 808-676-STAND. That's 808-676-7826. Remember, at Sports Stand, it's not just sporting goods, it's a way of life.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
New pitcher on the mound for Wichita State. It'll be Brady Owens, the senior left-hander. Second appearance for him on the year. Last week, couple of innings of work. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. As we hit the bottom of the 7th here at the Les.
Interesting feast or famine. I mean, that's 5 out of 6 potential outs in those 2 innings of work that came via strikeout.
And that'll close the book on Matthew Cusius. If you're a Hawaii fan, if you're a Hawaii batter, you see, enjoy the time in the dugouts. But he pitched one heck of a ball game.
That was an outstanding effort from Matthew Cusius. I mean, we were talking about it earlier, right? Wichita State going into this game as a staff game, you know, thinking that they're going to have to employ and play a mix and match game. But Matthew Cusius just had the hot hand all night through his 6 innings of work.
He said, no, give me the ball. I'm going to go 6 and give you no hits. Bows go 1-2-3 here in the home half of the 7th. First pitch offering to Ziegler Namoa, called strike 1.
I mean, just think about the last 2 weekends for Cusius. 9 innings of scoreless and hitless baseball.
The 0-1 here to Ziegler Namoa. Into the turf. 1 ball, 1 strike. So if you're a hitter, are you trying to see the offerings of this new pitcher? Are you trying to go right after him? What do you think is the...
I think the time of the game, where you are in the game, dictates that you kind of have to be half aggressive. You know, ideally, I mean, yeah, you would love to see what type of pitches and the type of shapes that Owens is kind of feature. But again, late in the game, you cannot give at-bats away.
Bows looking for their first hit here tonight. The 2-1. Ziegler Namoa fouls it off. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, so we're good. It's crunch time here for Hawaii.
Bottom of the 5th over in California. Rainbow Wahine softball team now trailing by 3, 8-5 against top 25 Duke. They were trailing 8-1 earlier in that contest. The 2-2 here to Ziegler Namo, the grad students. Up and in, count full, 3-2.
The Wahine trying to use